Is everyone ready for the test? May I know, is there anyone who wrote prelims this year?
No, sir. Among
Okay.
these students, none of them are there.
Okay, okay. I'll share the PDF for the test.
Yeah. I will share the multiple participants. Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
Ma'am, is it? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone, you have a little surprise added for today's test. There are 15 questions this time, 10 from 7th class NCRT and 5 from UPSC prelims. So let's begin the test. You will have 7 minutes to finish the test.
Lalita Shravani, you can write in your book and later you can check out your answers once when sir shares the key for the questions.
Is everyone done? Shall we discuss the answers now?
Yes, sir, you can do it.
This one. So, out of all the water available in our Earth, which occupies the highest percentage? Option A, river water. Option B, ice caps. Option C, groundwater. Option D, ocean water. Right answer is option D, ocean water. Oceans occupy 97.3% of the total water available in Earth. So 97.3% of our Earth is filled with salt water. Remaining 2.7% is filled for ice caps 2%, groundwater 0.68%, freshwater lakes 0.009%, inland seas and lakes 0.009%, and lastly rivers 0.0001%. Please remember the order of priority. These type of questions are asked in UPSC prelims also. For the second question, in tropical evergreen forest, one of the common animals is option A monkey, B giraffe, C camel, D kangaroo. Right answer is option A monkey. Monkeys are one common animal found in the tropical evergreen forest. Tropical evergreen forests receive a large amount of rainfall throughout the year. For the third question, steppe grassland is found in. Right answer is option C, Central Asia. The Great Steppe is found in Eastern Europe and Central Asia and neighboring countries, stretching from Ukraine in the west through Russia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, and little part of China too. So for the fourth one, Kolkata is located on the river bank of. Right answer is option B, Hooghly. Fifth one, Devdars and firs are type of. Right answer is option A, coniferous trees. Coniferous forest, it is a type of vegetation composed primarily of cone-bearing, needle-leaved or scale-leaved evergreen trees found in areas that have long winters and moderate to high annual precipitation. Himalayas are famous for these coniferous forests, especially Northeast, Uttarakhand, and Himachal Pradesh. For the sixth question, Kaziranga National Park is in which state? Right answer is option C, Assam. Kaziranga National Park is a protected area in the northeast Indian state of Assam. Spread across the floodplains of Brahmaputra River, its forests, wetlands, and grasslands are home to tigers, elephants, and the world's famous and largest population of Indian one-horned rhinoceros. This question has been asked in UPSC prelims also. For the seventh question, which of the following city is not in Ganga Brahmaputra plain? Right answer is option C, Bhopal. Bhopal is not located on any river bank. Indravati and Narmada flows closer to Bhopal city. For the eighth question, Sahara is located in which part of Africa? It is located in the northern part of Africa. So for the ninth question, Ladakh desert is mainly inhabited by. Right answer is option B, Buddhists, and Muslims. Main religious groups in Ladakh are Muslims, mainly Shia Muslims. They are of 46% in Ladakh, followed by Tibetan Buddhists 40%, Hindus 12%, and other smaller religions for 2%. For the 10th question, who is the Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh? Right answer is option B, Radha Krishna Mathur. Can anyone tell me who is the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir? Can anyone please respond? Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir is Manoj Sinha. In 2019, Girish Chandra Murmu was appointed as the first Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, and later in August 2000, recently, he was replaced by Manoj Sinha. So, from the 11th question, these 5 questions are asked in UPSC Prelims 2020. I have picked from polity so that I thought these questions have been touched upon basics of polity. Let's discuss these questions. For the 11th question, a parliamentary system of government is one which, right answer is option B, the government is responsible to the parliament and can be removed by it. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between Indian form of government and US form of government? So is US president responsible to the parliamentary system of USA?
Yes, sir, he is responsible.
No, as far as I know, he is not responsible to the US parliamentary system. In India, we have a parliamentary system of democracy. In USA, there is a presidential form of demo. Yeah, yeah. The government is in India. The government is responsible to the parliament, and the government can be removed by the parliament. So I think all of you must be knowing no confidence motions which are being passed in parliament. So for the 12th question, which part of the Constitution of India declares the ideals of welfare state? Right answer is option A, directive principles of state policy. This is a direct question from polity book by Lakshmikant. For the 13th question, consider the following statements. First statement is Constitution of India defines its basic structure in terms of federalism, secularism, fundamental rights, and democracy. Second statement is the Constitution of India provides for the judicial review to safeguard the citizens' liberties and to preserve the ideals on which the Constitution is based. Right answer is option B. Only second option is right here. Statement 1, Supreme Court has defined the basic structure, not the Constitution. Even the previous sir has explained the importance of basic structure of the Constitution. It has done from Keshavananda Bharati case in 1973. Most of you must be knowing that he has passed away recently, a month ago, Keshavananda Bharati Garu. If we look at the second option, it is done from Article 13 of the Constitution. Constitution of India provides for the judicial review to safeguard the citizens' liberties and to preserve the ideals on which the Constitution is based. Let's see for the 14th question. In the context of India, which one of the following is the characteristic appropriate for bureaucracy? It is a very tricky question. Right answer is option D, an agency for the implementation of public policy. For the 15th question, the preamble to the Constitution of India is, see, we should learn how UPSC plays with our mind here. Each and every question has been twisted by UPSC. For the 15th question, the right answer is option D, a part of the Constitution Preamble is part of the constitution but has no legal effect independently of the other part. So, preamble is part of the constitution as declared by the Supreme Court. It certainly does not have a legal effect independently since it cannot be enforced in a court of law. But when it is looked based on constitution, it has a legal entity, although not enforceable in court on its own. Option C is wrong because it cannot be enforced on its own. The preamble states the objects of constitution and acts as an aid during the interpretation of articles when language is found ambiguous. Therefore, some kind of legal effect when read along with constitution, not independent from it. Option D is more appropriate here.
Mr. Jaideep, Manisha was asking to explain question number 13 once again.
Sure, sure. So the Constitution of India defines its basic. The first statement is the Constitution of India defines its basic structure in terms of federalism, secularism, fundamental rights, and democracy. So we should remember the Constitution of India hasn't defined the term basic structure of Indian Constitution. Basic structure of Indian Constitution is determined from Kesavananda Bharati case, which was a prominent cases which led against constitutional debates. It was very prominent. It was in 1973, as discussed by the previous faculty. The second statement is the Constitution of India provides for the judicial review to safeguard the citizens' liberties and to preserve the ideals on which the Constitution is. So, let's talk about judicial review here. When Kerala government has passed the law, Kesavananda Bharati has a right to go to the Supreme Court and fight against the Kerala government law. So everyone, every citizen of India has a right to go to the Supreme Court or High Court for that matter to review the laws made by the governments or in fact the constitution itself. So for example, our right to life has been improved since 1950. Many terms have been added. Even right to sleep is added in right to life, right to work, right to education. All these terms are added based on judicial review. So the first statement is wrong because Supreme Court has defined the basic structure, not the constitution. So second statement is drawn from Article 13 of the Indian Constitution, which is based on judicial review. I'll share the PPT for today's class. So this time in UPSC prelims, there were around 25 questions from geography and environment altogether. So we should remember these. There is lots of prominence for geography and environment together in UPSC. Let's discuss few questions. We'll discuss 3-4 questions in each and every class. There are 25 questions. Because of that, we'll take upon and discuss 3-4 questions in each and every class. So there was a question. Siachen Glacier is situated to the options are east of Axiachin, east of Leh, north of Gilgit, north of Nubra Valley. Right answer is option D, north of Nubra Valley. This question has been in news because of the warlike situations between India and China. So we should religiously practice Indian map and old map every day for at least 10 minutes so that we'll understand the map based questions. Because most of us leave upon these things, we just focus on international relations, India China relations, and leave upon this geographical aspect of international relations. So UPSC has been asking these type of questions. Let's see the next question. uh, Consider the following statements. Statement 1: jet streams occur in the northern hemisphere only. No, it's wrong. Jet streams occur in both northern and southern hemispheres. Statement 2 is only some cyclones develop an eye. Yes, it's true. Only some cyclones develop an eye. We'll discuss about jet streams in the later classes. Statement 3 is the temperature inside the eye of a cyclone is nearly 10 degrees lesser than that of surroundings. We'll discuss this question in the next classes. So next question is consider the following pairs. They have given four rivers and rivers and the seas which they flow into. First one is Mekong, Andaman Sea, Thames, Irish Sea, Volga, Caspian Sea. Fourth one, Zambezi, Indian Ocean. Can anyone tell me where is Volga located? Volga River. It has lots of prominence because Volga to Ganga is a famous book. During the times of Indira Gandhi, we had lots of like greater relations with Russia. So one of the prominent writers has written this book titled Volga to Ganga. Volga is located in Russia. So the right answer is option C. 3 and 4 are correct here. Let's discuss what to be done for geography and environment for UPSC prelims. Let's focus upon these four aspects. Practice map for at least 10 minutes every day religiously. That's the most important thing. Read geography NCRTs at least 2 times in these 8 months. We have 8 months left over for UPSC prelims. Read Shankar IAS environment book at least twice for prelims. Shankar IAS is a prominent IAS institute in Chennai. The person itself, Shankar sir, has written an excellent book for environment. Geography and environment based current affairs. We have discussed about the first question here, Siachen Glacier. Instead of focusing on just international issues and India-China war-like situations, we should focus upon geography aspects related to it too. So for current affairs of geography and environment, please follow the Hindu. Focus magazine is being released by Ravu IAS. I have found it very good magazine for geography based current affairs. And we should keep on focusing on international news also. Let's discuss about UPSC prelims for 2 minutes here. Next year prelims is on 27 June, as all of you know. This time UPSC prelims was so tricky. So what to do for prelims in these 8 months? There are few important things to be done. Check out last 10 years prelims papers regularly. Uh, Not just questions. Just give me a minute. We should focus upon options given to the questions also. For example, let's see this one, the first question. In this year's UPSC prelims, they asked the question about Siachen Glacier. Next year, in the first option, east of Axiachin. Next year, they might ask about Axiachin related questions. So this UPSC has been following this type of pattern. So we should focus on previous year papers options also. In addition to that, uh, practice at least 10 prelims questions in a day. At least 10 questions. Moreover, read newspaper for at least 30 minutes. The Hindu is the most suggestible newspaper. Apart from that, current affairs have been playing a major role in UPSC. So newspapers might not cover all the important things for UPSC. You need to go for additional sources like PIB website. PIB is Press Information Bureau of India, All India Radio News. They release a bulletin. Yeah, it is available online too. On YouTube, Rajya Sabha TV debates are available. They give proper clarity and will be helpful for mains answer writing too. In addition to this, current affairs monthly magazines are must. We all should read all those things. You can download them online too. I suggest Vision IAS or Rao's IAS. Rao's IAS. The name of the magazine is Focus Magazine and Insights IAS. You can download any of these and read religiously every month. And so, most importantly, please do not leave anything from these following 5 6 subjects. Based on 5 6 years UPSC prelims papers, I have made a priority wise subjects based on this: polity, economy, geography and environment, history, art and culture, and current affairs and science and technology. Most of the questions are being asked from these subjects. If we see in this year's prelims, there are almost 20 questions from polity and 20 from economy, almost 25 from geography and environment, almost 15 to 20 from history and art and culture. Current affairs, we can't separate them from any of the subjects. Even there are many polity based current affairs, economy based current affairs. So it is a daily process to concentrate upon current affairs. So let's get into the subject today. In the previous class, we ended with latitudes. Latitudes and longitudes are imaginary lines used to determine the location of a place on Earth. For example, the location of New Delhi is 28 degrees north latitude and 77 degrees east longitude. Longitudes are also known as meridians. Longitude is an angular distance of a place east or west of the prime meridian measured in degrees from center of the earth. Can anyone tell me what is prime meridian? So on the globe, longitudes are shown as a series of semicircles that run from pole to pole passing through the equator. Such lines are also called as meridians. It was decided in 1884 to choose the meridian which passes through the Royal Astronomical Observatory at Greenwich near London as the zero meridian or prime meridian. So please remember this: prime meridian passes through Royal Astronomical Observatory at Greenwich, which is located near London. So please answer my question. Are latitudes and longitudes are of same length? Or latitudes and longitudes of same length? No, they are not of same length. In fact, no two latitudes are of same length. As the earth is slightly flattened at the poles, the linear distance of a degree of latitude at the pole is little longer than the equator. Our earth is slightly flattened at the poles. Because of that, at the poles, latitudes are little longer than at the equator. For example, at the equator, linear distance of a degree of latitude is 110.57 kilometers, that is 68.7 miles. At 45 degrees, it is 111.13 kilometers, that is 69 miles. And at the poles, it is 111.7 kilometers, that is 69.4 miles. Please remember this. The average is taken as 111 kilometers, that is 69 miles. This question has been asked in UPSC too. So the average linear distance between each latitude is taken as 111 kilometers, that is 69 miles. Unlike the parallels of latitudes, unlike the latitudes, the meridians of longitudes are of equal length. So the distance between each longitude is same from 0 degrees to 180 degrees, or for that matter 360 degrees too. So longitudes are of equal length. So let's talk about longitude and time. Since the earth since the earth makes one complete revolution of 360 degrees in one day, that is 24 hours, it passes through 15 degrees in 1 hour, or for that matter 1 degree in 4 minutes. The earth rotates from west to east. So remember this, earth rotates from west to east. So every 15 degrees we go eastwards, the local time is advanced by 1 hour. Conversely, if we go westwards by 15 degrees, local time is retarded by 1 hour. Thus, the places east of Greenwich gain time, whereas places west of Greenwich lose time. Let's discuss this with an example. A traveler going eastwards gains time from Greenwich until he reaches the meridian 180 degrees east, when he will be 12 hours ahead of Greenwich mean time, that is Greenwich mean time plus 12 hours. Conversely, in going westwards, he loses time. He loses 12 hours when he reaches 180 degrees west. There is thus a total difference of 24 hours, or a whole day, between the two sides of the 180 degrees meridian. Let's make it easy. India is on the eastern side of the Greenwich. So we are gaining time. Can anyone tell me how many hours we are ahead from Greenwich mean time? We are 5.5 hours ahead of Greenwich mean time. Let's talk about Indian Standard Time. It is taken as the time at 82.5 degrees east longitude, passing close to the east of Prayagraj. Prayagraj is the name of recently UP state government and Indian Parliament has passed an act. So to rename the Allahabad city to Prayagraj. So Indian Standard Time means we are 5.5 hours ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. That is, IST is equal to Greenwich Mean Time plus 5.5 hours. Let's talk about Chai Bagan time. We might not be knowing about this time, but our ancestors, probably 100 years ago, must be knowing about this. 150 years ago, British colonialists introduced Chai Bagan time, or Bagan time, a schedule observed by tea planters. Can anyone tell me which state in India is famous for tea plantation? It will be good if all of you participate in these discussions. It's a very important question.
Assam.
Yeah.
Yashwini has given the answer.
So Assam is famous for tea plantation. So Britishers have given Chai Bagan time, which was 1 hour ahead of IST. This was done to improve productivity by optimizing the usage of daytime. After independence, Assam, along with the rest of India, has been following Indian Standard Time itself. The administration of the Indian state of Assam put forward the proposal to central government and to the parliament to change its time zone back to Chai Bagan time to conserve energy and improve productivity. Indian government refused to accept such a proposal because there are practical problems for that. But it has been in proposal by Modi government in the recent years. So let's do this task. By Friday, you have been given an essay to write. So please write a mains answer for the above question and get it corrected by ma'am or sir. Can
Yeah.
multiple time zones improve the economy of India? Please
Please note down the question.
Can multiple time zones improve the economy of India? This question has been asked in 2017, I think, in UPSC mains.
Shall we conclude the session?
Ma'am, give me 2 minutes. I'll end this, ma'am.
2 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
Then this session will end now. If it ends, we will join back.
Okay, ma'am. We'll talk about Earth's interior. Earth's interior is made up of several concentric layers, of which the crust, the mantle, the outer core, the inner core are most significant. Let's discuss about crust. Outermost layer of the Earth, making up of 0.5 to 1% of the Earth's volume and less than 1% of the Earth's mass. Density, please remember this, density increases with depth, and the average density of crust is about 2.7 grams per cubic centimeter. Average density of crust is 2.7 grams per cubic centimeter at the crust. In general, average density of the earth is 5.51 grams per cubic centimeter. The thickness of the crust varies in the ranges of 5 to 30 kilometers in case of oceanic crust, and 5 to 70 kilometers in case of continental crust. Let's talk about continental crust and oceanic crust further in the next classes. But continental crust is composed of silica and aluminum. Remember this formula for continental crust, that is SiAl, Sial, silica and aluminum. For oceanic crust, it is made up of silica plus magnesium, that is silica Sima, Sima, silica plus magnesium.